Welcome, Internet Nomad. Today I'm going to give my opinion on Mario Odyssey. Listen here to a game tale on a Switch classic. Now, Mario Odyssey didn't make me want a Switch console. I didn't follow this game at all. I wasn't waiting for a 3D Mario. My expectations were so low. The last 3D Mario game was Super Mario 3D World. I had fun with the game, but I didn't enjoy it as much as the others. I mainly wanted the system for Smash Ultimate. That game was so cool, but I would go back and download most of my favorite series games. For Christmas, my mom got the family Switches. Since I was an adult, I had more savings to actually buy what I wanted. I heard of Mario Odyssey and knew the mechanics, but it wasn't the first game I really wanted. I heard good things about the game. I remember people saying it plays more like Super Mario 64 and Sunshine, and less linear than Galaxy and 3D World. I finally caved since Mario and Zelda are my favorite franchises. I bought both Mario and Breath of the Wild. While I never beat Breath of the Wild, I felt obligated to beat Odyssey. I wanted the right to be able to discuss my experience with this game. Plus, it was an easier game than Zelda. One day, I'll beat Zelda too. My opinion on Odyssey isn't super favorable. I'm not going to give it a perfect 10 and call it my favorite Mario. While time has passed since I beat this game, I don't look fondly on the experience as much as Sunshine and Mario 64. Mario Odyssey didn't blow my socks off. The mechanic of throwing Cappy was cool, but it didn't really make me drop my jaw. Gameplay wise, it's my second favorite gimmick from Mario. My first favorite gimmick is Sunshine's Flood. Don't get me wrong, I had a great time with Odyssey. It sat in my backlog as I got stuck in a few parts. The Snow and Luncheon Kingdoms had me in a pickle for a few days. I just had to tackle the levels in different ways. There was no reason to be stuck. That's what I love about the game. There's a main path which will bring you to the story mission. Then the game encourages players to explore to find the missing power moons needed for the ship. My favorite kingdom was New Dunk City. That was the level I saw before playing the game. I know that's a basic answer, but it really does make a great level. I am from New York City, so it was cool to see something like that in Mario. The capture mechanic had a major problem. Obviously, Mario will only have abilities that a given level would provide. This means you always have the capture needed for a puzzle. While sometimes it causes the player to think outside the box, other times it causes the player to be put inside a box. You will always have the tools needed to find the moon. There is no need to backtrack because you unlock the power later on. This isn't a huge problem, but with the limited options, there is only so much you could use before finding the solution. Level progression hasn't been this good since Mario 64. Every level will have a certain number of required moons to advance. As long as you complete the story mission and find the number of moons needed, Mario could continue the adventure. There is so much wiggle room. There is an insane number of moons available, with more after completing the main story. Mario 64 still has the best progression, since you could literally skip levels by finding more stars in other levels. Sadly, Mario Odyssey doesn't do this. Every level has their own counter for moons. It makes finding extra moons pointless if you are just playing for the story. This is remedied by bonus levels at the end. To get the true ending, a large number of total moons is needed. This opens up the entire game like 64 did. The story was great for a Mario game. The story sits center stage and never leaves the player's mind. Every level is connected to the plot. The new villains are much needed. The Brutals are a group of wedding planners. The entire game revolves around the wedding between Bowser and Peach. I'm going to do spoilers now. The whole story is that Bowser wants to marry Peach. Each kingdom has an element of the marriage Bowser is stealing. For instance, one kingdom has flowers for the wedding. There is a diamond ring which is taken for the ceremony. The final level is so epic. Capturing Bowser is such an awesome conclusion for the Cappy capture mechanic. Controlling Bowser in the final stretch was so pure bliss. The way that the game finishes with the song Hidden Players in the Heart. Nitro Rad summed it up very well. The song is about the player and the game. Music added emotional elements is my thing. That is why Life is Strange is my main series. I love the moment where Mario and Bowser are both rejected by Peach. It ties up this rivalry for the princess up well. I wonder what a continuation of this story would entail. Everyone begs for an Odyssey 2. Personally, I don't see what a sequel could do differently. I'd rather end it here with both Bowser and Mario sharing a moment of disappointment. I never beat the post-game. I never do with most games. One day I might go back and complete it. I know people will judge me for sharing my thoughts on a game that I didn't fully complete. I say this is a game tale, not a review. I'm sharing my story with the game. I'm not judging it and dissecting gameplay. My game tale ends here. Someday I might play more and recover the topic. Switch is quickly becoming my favorite Nintendo console. With the backlog of games, I will always have Switch tales to share. Hopefully I can tell new Mario tales soon. Farewell, Internet Nomad.